crafty friends. Today I am sharing my very first mini slimline card. Before I do the walkthrough of my card though, I want to talk to you about the envelopes and mini slimline sizes. I wasn't planning on making mini slimlines. I really enjoy making slimline cards. They've been my go-to card for months, and I generally make them folded 3.5 by 8.5 inches. So when people started making mini slimlines and how much they liked them, I just thought, no, not for me. The smallest card I want to make is an A2. The whole thing held no appeal to me. And here I am with a mini slimline card. What changed my mind were these envelopes. The envelope size is number 8. They're 3 5/8 by 6.5. I've had them for like 100 years. In Canada, French is our second official language, so all packaging includes both English and French, in case you were wondering. So I have all of these envelopes, and I pulled them out, took them to my stamping table, and thought, I was trying to decide, is it worth keeping them? Is it worth keeping them in that cubby hole, taking up valuable real estate there, or is there somewhere else in the craft room I would put them? And as I was sitting there, this little dog was colored and sitting on my stamping table because I was going to use it for a Valentine for one of our grandsons. And I had this aha moment. Oh, I wonder if these are the envelopes that everyone uses for their mini slimlines. So I did a quick check of Tailored Expressions, who I know carry mini slimline dies, and Cap Scrappiness, who also carry mini slimline dies. Both companies are in the US. And that's when I realized that there's a whole variety of mini slimline sizes. So the dies from Cat Scrappiness are a different size than the dies from Tailored Expressions. I did a little more research, and the most common size for a mini slimline is 3.5 by 6 inches. And that fits in these envelopes perfectly. But they range in size. Someone said, when asked on one of the Facebook groups, someone said they take a 6 by 6 sheet of cardstock, fold it in half, and that's their mini slimline. So that would be 3 inches by 6 inches. And there are companies that sell 3.5 by 6 inch envelopes. So if your envelope is 3.5 by 6 inches and your card is 3.5 by 6 inches, they don't go together because the card will be too big to fit inside the envelope. And there are companies that make dies for slimline envelopes. It feels like it's the Wild West. Pretty much anything goes when you're making a mini slimline card. So what I thought is I would do the 3.5 by 6 inches because I'm really comfortable with that 3.5 inch width, and they do fit in my number 8 envelopes. Now, as I said, these envelopes I've had for a very long time. It's self-adhesive, but I'm not crazy about the security lining. It just feels a little cheap to me. And I'm sorry if I offend someone. It's just my personal opinion. However, for my grandson, he's not going to care. And so I'm going to keep my envelopes, and I'm going to use them for mini slimlines. Because I have to tell you, once I finish this one, I really enjoyed making them. So I do have those envelopes, and then I ordered these from Amazon.ca because they are white. So they're quite lightweight. They are still self-adhesive, but they're white inside. Not that most people care about an envelope, but I feel better sending it out in a nicer envelope than the security lined envelope. However, these ones will get used for my grandkids. We have 5 grandkids, so if I'm sending a card, I'm sending like 5 at a time. The next cards I'm making for grandkids will be St. Patrick's Day, and even just love notes, I will be using these envelopes. So it won't take me very long to use those up if I'm making 5 at a time. So here's the white ones. I like them. As I said, they were from Amazon.ca. Now, if you're in the US or another country, hopefully giving you the information and the sizes will be helpful for you finding the envelopes in the country that you live in. So they are exactly the same size here, but I'm still quite happy with these envelopes. And then just for fun, this is an A2 sized envelope, and I wanted to show you the difference. So it is quite a bit longer and quite a bit narrower than an A2 envelope. So let's talk about my card, which I really had fun making. This is what I call a fold flap card. I've been doing this a lot with my slimline cards, and I thought, well, then why not try it with a mini slimline? So your cardstock measures 7 inches by 6 inches. You're scoring it in the center at 3.5, and then on the left side you're also scoring it in from the left edge at 1.25 inches. Now that you fold back, and I've talked about this in other videos where I've done the fold flap cards. You can leave it folded, use a belly band to hold your card closed, and then just add pattern paper to all the different sections and it opens like an accordion. I prefer to decorate my flap with patterned paper, and then I attach it to the card front with just thin foam tape. So I have thin foam tape here and here, and that held it closed enough. Then I could add some more thin foam tape on my oval here. The stitched oval is from MFT Stamps. This dog, I just love this dog. It is from Love and Hugs by Your Next Stamp. Here's the dog here. I've had this stamp set for a couple of years and I just love it. And I use it all year round because you can always send someone a hug. And other than the Happy Valentine's Day and Be Mine, the rest can be used all year long. I'm definitely going to have to invest in the dies for this set because I keep doing fussy cutting. So stamped with Your Next Stamp black olive ink, colored with Ohuhu alcohol markers, and then the little dog got a shiny nose and a shiny heart, black glaze pen and Wink of Stella. The love is a banner from Recollections. I've got a little package of them that I pull out every year and use 1 or 2 of them. And the string is from my sheet load of cards, the shipping tags that I used on both the January sheet load and sheet load of cards. I used those metal shipping tags and had pulled off the strings because I didn't use them on my cards. So I've used 2 of those strings here. Added another one of the stitched ovals inside, and you don't see it until the card is opened. I just did some handwriting here and then punched out of a scrap of the patterned paper using the Your Next Stamp, the small heart in the Stripe-tastic heart die set. The pattern paper is an older pattern paper set. It is from Stampin' Up. My Stampin' Up demonstrator sent it to me a few years ago as a gift. It's called Love Blossoms. And my stamp on the back is from Stampin' Up. It's a retired set called Creatively Yours. We were having some work done on our fireplace and I needed to be in the craft room for several hours, keeping the dogs quiet and out of the way. And opportunity to reorganize all of my Stampin' Up sets, and I came across this one and have moved it into where my card labels. I usually put a label on the back of my cards, but I'm going to start using more stamps. I mean, I have them, I might as well use them. I also added some of those clear resin hearts that I got off the Stampin' Up clearance rack several months ago. I leave them out on my stamping table and I've used up almost 2/3 of the package. I'm quite pleased with myself for using them, not buying them and putting them in the embellishment bin and then never pulling them out. So there you have it, my first mini slimline card. I hope I've given you information on making a mini slimline card and that you want to try one because they're fun. I like the size and I've already got a St. Patrick's Day one started, so you'll definitely see more mini slimlines from me. So I guess the moral of this story is never say never, because honestly, if you'd asked me last week if I was going to make a mini slimline card, I would have said no. If you enjoyed my video today, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more. And that's it for me today.